Now, a women's rights summit called She Decides has been held in Brussels. Several countries have come together to raise funds for safe abortions in the developing world. They hope to plug the gap left by U.S. President Trump's reinstated global gag rule. Trump's order blocks U.S. funds to any organization involved in family planning advice and distribution of resources overseas. Well, Kevin Ozebek joins me now live from Brussels with more. Hi, Kevin. First, help us better understand why this group felt it was necessary to convene a multinational conference off the back of these U.S. funding cuts.
Well, Andrea, right after U.S. President Donald Trump took office, you may recall that one of the very first executive orders he signed was that executive order that slashed about $600 million in funding for charities around the world, most of them in the developing world, that do provide abortion education and safe abortions to women. The organizers of this conference here in Brussels say they want to try to eliminate that $600 million gap. Of course, that's a lot of money to raise, but the mostly women ministers from some 50 countries, as well as representatives from international aid organizations, say they are determined to at least try to do this. Well, already Belgium, Holland, Finland, Denmark have pledged about $50 million in donations to charities that provide such services, and they hope they can raise even more money to do this. But a lot of the women and ministers attending this conference say really what's important here is to stress that we can't go back in the women's movement. They say women's rights are humans' rights. And when you give women, especially in the developing world, education about abortion and family planning, it actually cuts down on the number of abortions that take place in these places. So that's really the key message here. They want to say they are advocates for women's health and also family planning, and they want to help make sure that women who can't afford a baby in various parts of the world have the safe and proper means to get an abortion.
So are there any plans to push the United States to reinstate that funding, or have they let the U.S. go?
Well, the organizers say they have to respect what Donald Trump does here. They can't influence him. They can't have him change his mind. After all, again, this was one of the very first executive orders that the president signed. He aligned himself with conservatives in the U.S., and this is part of the conservative agenda. Also, many analysts would say, given what we know about Donald Trump, he's probably not going to be pressured by European women to change any of his policies. So the ministers organizing this from various European countries say they really want to turn this into a She Decides movement. They say they're realistic here. They probably can't raise $600 million just in one day. So they want to make this a very prolonged effort and an effort that really can help them reach their funding goal.
Okay, Kevin Ozebek joining us there from Brussels. Thanks so much for that.